What's up guys, Vulkan here, and today we have another legendary armor set to look at in Outriders. So this time it's for the Devastator, and it's going to be perfect for those of you who love tanking and just smashing everything you guys see. So this one's called Deathproof, and it reduces the cooldown of Boulder Dash, which is a shoulder charge that turns into a leap smash, by 90%, and this is insane. And you can see this comparison, how impactful this cooldown reduction is. This skill is great for movement, but it's also really good for creating some space for your team if you guys get cornered or surrounded, because you just blow through everything. So let's take a look at the gear, and then let's kind of pick apart the build that they're showing us. So at first glance, this build has a lot of synergy and a lot of mods that tie into each other. So I'm going to be pairing those mods together to show how all of that works. So first up, we have the Deathproof mask, and this piece is equipped with Primal Weakness and Primal Chain Gun, which are both tier 3 mods. So Primal Weakness permanently reduces the resistance for all enemies damaged by 50% from Boulder Dash, and this is a great way to debuff a lot of enemies at once for your party to clean up. Then the next thing we have is Primal Chain Gun, which causes every enemy damaged by Boulder Dash to increase your weapon damage by 20% for 5 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. You can pair this with something like a shotgun, like Golem's Limb in close quarters, and you'll be an absolute wrecking ball because you get that nice big damage reduction from Golem's skin. Next up is the chest armor, which gives a tier 3 mod and a tier 1 mod. Now our tier 3 mod is called Increased Duration, and this is for the skill Reflect Bullets. Now this is a skill that allows the Devastator to create a shield that catches bullets, and then when the shield dissolves, those bullets are shot back towards the enemy, so it's a great retaliation playstyle. Now this mod increases the duration that you can channel Reflect Bullets by 40%. Then we have the tier 1 mod, which is called Primal Armor, and this doubles your armor for 10 seconds after Boulder Dash ends, giving some big survivability boosts. So moving into the leg armor, which has another tier 3 mod and a tier 1 mod. So the tier 3 mod is called Not Impressed, which reduces all damage taken from elites by 20%. And then we have a tier 1 mod called Auto Reflect, which causes that bullet reflect skill, right, the bullet catching shield, to remain active while you shoot and move. So you no longer have to channel it, but it does get a reduced effectiveness penalty of 50%. So instead of blocking all damage taken, it blocks half your damage taken. So this mod is one of those things I think people are going to gravitate towards naturally because it's passive, right? You click it, it puts up a mirror force in front of you, and you can keep shooting, running, doing whatever you want to do. So lastly is the FOOTGEAR, which again brings a tier 3 mod and a tier 1 mod. Now the tier 3 mod is called Life of the Party, which reduces incoming damage by 5% for each enemy in close range, stacking up to 8 times for a maximum of 40%. And the tier 1 mod that goes with this is the Primal Constitution mod. This causes Boulder Dash to increase your health by X amount for 10 seconds for each enemy hit, stacking up to 5 times. I say X amount because this is a level 17 piece of gear, and your gearing goes all the way up to level 50, so this is going to naturally change. While the health might seem low now, it may seem really high later when you get a better version of this piece of gear. So now that we've been through all the mods on each piece, let's talk about those synergies. So this build is boosting Boulder Dash, Reflect Bullets, and buffing damage reduction. So Boulder Dash is going to be gaining double armor rating for 10 seconds, increased weapon damage for each enemy damaged for 5 seconds, increased health for each enemy damage for 10 seconds, and permanently reducing enemy resistances when they're hit. Then you have Reflect Bullets getting a 40% duration increase, and you no longer have to channel it. You can click it, it goes, but it does receive a 50% effectiveness penalty. But these two skills work so well together because it just turns you into a freight train, just a full-on battering ram. You can pop Reflect Bullets and then Boulder Dash through enemies, reflecting bullets all along the way, which is dealing mirror damage or retaliation damage. And to top all that off, you have those generic tier 3 mods that reduce your incoming damage by up to 40% and an additional 20% from elites. So you could have a 60% damage reduction from elites, which is just insane to think about. And all of this plays into that thick, tanky boy lifestyle for this set. Now, this set is definitely not the most visually impressive, especially comparing it to yesterday's Pyromancer set. This one seems very much like a level 10, RPG set of gear that you would get, but you're gonna, kind of break down here in the next couple levels. It just isn't visually impressive. It doesn't look like a legendary piece of gear. I would much rather see this character more like a Space Marine style outfit where you're just thick, tanky, smashing through stuff. Maybe even having like a shoulder shield because you're going to be boulder dashing, right? You're going to be smashing through stuff. So maybe kind of having that like battering ram forearm shield that you can equip and run through things. But I mean, besides that, right, visuals aren't everything. This does bring some serious oomph to the tanking role, and I think a lot of people are really going to like this one. But ultimately, what do you guys think? Does Deathproof sound like something you're going to rock, or are you going to wait for something more damage focused to really take advantage of the impalements or the earthquakes and the shockwaves and all that stuff that the Devastator also brings to the table? So guys, let me know in the comment section below, but as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.